Hey there, my fellow anglers and outdoor enthusiasts. Your fishing buddy is back with the hottest fishing forecast you'll find anywhere. Today, we're diving deep into the conditions for Saturday, October 12th, 2025, across our incredible Canadian waters. Now you might be thinking, October, isn't it getting a bit chilly for prime fishing? Well, my friends, let me tell you, this specific day has some truly special conditions brewing that could lead to one of the most memorable outings of the fall season. Stick with me because I'm going to share some insider tips on why this day could surprise you with a fantastic bite and how to make the most of every single cast. Let's get right into what you're all here for, where to find those hungry fish and what to throw at them. We've got a fantastic pre-winter feeding frenzy underway, so let's focus on walleye, northern pike, lake trout, and smallmouth bass. First up, our beloved walleye. With fall turnover well underway and water temperatures steadily cooling, these toothy predators are on the move, stocking up for winter. My experience tells me they'll be transitioning from their deeper summer haunts, actively following schools of baitfish. You'll want to focus on classic fall spots, deeper water, anywhere from 28 to 33 feet, especially over muddy or sandy bottoms. Why there? That's where the baitfish are congregating. For tackle, a pink-colored jig, tipped with a live minnow, worked slowly with a traditional bottom-bouncing technique, is often a deadly combination. Dusk will likely be your prime time for these aggressive eaters, so be ready for that evening bite. Next, the aggressive northern pike. Fall is absolutely one of the best times to target pike because they are on the hunt, bulking up for winter. Look for them in areas with remaining fresh green vegetation and especially along shoreline weed beds where baitfish gather. Don't be afraid to use bigger baits. Pike are not shy when they're hungry. Large or regular base-sized spinners, swim baits and minnows can be incredibly effective. Cast near cover and retrieve with erratic movements to mimic a wounded baitfish. That's often the key to triggering a strike. Now for our friends, the lake trout. As water temperatures continue to cool and the turnover progresses, these deep water dwellers become much more accessible. You'll find them actively feeding in shallower areas, near reefs, and along structure where baitfish are being pushed by the changing conditions. Lake trout prefer cooler water, typically around 10 to 12 degrees Celsius, 50 to 54 degrees Fahrenheit, so these conditions are ideal for them. Try vertical jigging with heavy spoons or tube jigs. Alternatively, trolling with large crankbaits or spoons at varying depths until you find where they're holding can be incredibly effective. The key is to cover water until you locate those active schools. And let's not forget the feisty smallmouth bass. While they might be moving out of their deepest summer homes, they are still very much in play. They'll often be found near slightly warmer, shallower waters, especially in areas with submerged vegetation. If a cold front moves through, they might go a bit deeper, so be prepared to adjust. Jeff Gustafson, a pro angler, often suggests looking deeper and jigging a tube jig in the fall for smallmouth. Focus on rocky bottoms and any kind of structure that offers cover. Crankbaits and other reaction-type baits are excellent choices for covering water quickly to locate active fish, then slow down your presentation once you find them. All right, my friends, let's break down the conditions that are shaping our forecast for October 12th, 2025. Weather. Across Canada, we're looking at a classic mid-autumn blend. Daytime temperatures are generally expected to range from 8 to 16 degrees Celsius, 46 to 60 degrees Fahrenheit. However, be ready for those overnight lows to dip, potentially reaching -3 to 5 degrees Celsius, 27 to 41 degrees Fahrenheit, especially in central and northern regions. For instance, Saskatoon is expecting around 6 degrees Celsius, 43 degrees Fahrenheit, by day, and -3 degrees Celsius, 27 degrees Fahrenheit, at night. We'll likely see a mix of sun and clouds with scattered rain showers or even some flurries possible, particularly in colder areas. Atmospheric pressure might be a bit unstable, with some falling trends due to the potential for precipitation. This can sometimes make fish a little finicky, but the overall strong feeding instinct should often override it. Winds are expected to be light to moderate, though they could pick up with any passing rain or flurries. Water temperature. This is a crucial factor, and it's looking promising. Canadian waters are in the thick of their fall turnover, a process where the lake waters mix, leading to more uniform temperatures from surface to bottom. While surface temperatures in some areas are still around 10 to 16 degrees Celsius, 50 to 61 degrees Fahrenheit, with a cooling trend, deeper sections are becoming more consistent, often settling around 4 to 10 degrees Celsius, 40 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit. This mixing brings oxygen-rich water to all depths and distributes baitfish, and consequently their predators, throughout the water column. This is a key driver for aggressive feeding. Moon phase. On October 12th, 2025, we'll be experiencing a waning gibbous moon with illumination around 63 to 65%. This phase comes just after the full moon, meaning there's still plenty of lunar light. Many experienced anglers, myself included, believe a waning gibbous phase leads to increased fish activity, especially around moonrise and moonset. For nocturnal feeders like walleye, that extra moonlight provides excellent visibility for hunting. Popular fishing lore often links this bright moon phase to strong bites, and from my experience, it often holds true. Overall fish activity. My friends, the general biological activity of fish in Canada in mid-October is at a peak. This is what we call the pre-winter binge phase. Almost all species, from panfish to apex predators, are aggressively feeding to build up those crucial fat reserves for the long winter ahead. Baitfish are schooling in huge numbers, providing an all-you-can-eat buffet for larger fish. This combination of cooling, circulating water, and a strong feeding drive makes for an exciting time on the water. Considering all these factors, the cooling temperatures, the full turnover distributing fish and bait, the active feeding frenzy, and the influential waning gibbous moon, I'm giving the general fishing forecast for Saturday, October 12th, 2025, a good to excellent rating. The bite should be strong, fueled by the fish's instinct to pack on calories. However, be aware that fluctuating atmospheric pressure and potential for rain or flurries might make the bite a bit capricious at times, so adaptability will be key. So there you have it, my friends, your comprehensive forecast for October 12th, 2025. I truly hope these insights help you land some incredible fish this weekend. Remember, luck favors the prepared angler. I wish you all tight lines and Nick Foster, ni Cheshwi. May your lines be taut and your scales be many. If you found this forecast helpful, please hit that like button, share it with your fishing buddies, and definitely subscribe so you don't miss out on future predictions and tips. And I want to hear from you. What are your plans for this weekend? What's your go-to bait for full walleye, pike, trout, or bass? Share your observations and any monster catches in the comments below. Your experiences help us all become better anglers. Until next time, keep those lines wet,